Hello, welcome back to Access Granted. My name's Dave and I'm here with Nath.
Hello.
Nath, I should say right away, there was a lot of concern last week for your welfare.
Oh,
Are you okay? There was genuine comments of like, I hope Nath gets better, give Nath a hug.
It was really nice. I must have looked iller than normal.
There was even a dentist.
Yeah, I did see that. I went straight up to the emergency dentist, got some very strong antibiotics, and I was mostly better after the weekend. Thank you.
My favourite comment though, wasn't that one of concern?
I did think
it was from Flat Panel Alan, who said in all caps, "You can't handle the tooth."
Nice.
Which I appreciate.
That was good, even though, I mean, technically it was the infection that was causing me the bother rather than the tooth.
You leave that to the dentist. Okay, so we leave that to the dentist.
All right.
We need to crack on. We've got loads coming up this week. We even have an impromptu God of War Q&A.
Ooh.
But first we need to figure out who's wearing the onesie in one-on-onesie.
This is gonna be one-on-one.
Okay, Nath, it's serious onesie time.
It is serious.
And this week I'm challenging you to a game of Trackmania Turbo.
Oh my god.
Not just because I recently got it as one of the monthly games from PS Plus.
Oh, you're a PlayStation Plus member.
I am, yes, I'm very happy, thank you.
So we're gonna do like multi-lap races rather than point to point.
Yes, there's loads of point to point, but there are some multi-lap, and we're going to do best of 3 races.
Yeah.
And so I want you to choose the number. I want a multiple of 5
Okay.
between 41, well, obviously not that one.
Yeah.
But 45 and 80.
70.
70.
Yes.
You've chosen Roller Coaster Lagoon.
What are the buttons?
Go and stop.
All right then.
That's all you got. I am.
How can I get them mixed up?
I'm the blue car on the left.
I am the right car on the red.
Okay. Oh.
Oh,
good.
it's very confusing.
Oh no. Oh good. This this doesn't happen in F1. Oh, that's the wall.
You didn't seem to.
Oh
get
my
the ball
goodness.
Nearly as much.
Oh no, Nath!
Why am I on the?
I'm glad that we're both on the.
I'm dead, mate. I'm actually okay. You've reset.
I've reset.
And then it's
yeah.
about how quickly you reset.
We were both. Yeah. You've got to make that decision. Here we go. That's it. Onto the blue. Blue.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? That's my race over.
Well, no, there's 3 laps.
Right.
Oh look! Oh, you don't think
right.
I couldn't make a mistake? I've just made a mistake. I'm
Hold
not
on.
beyond mistakes.
Why have I gone into first person?
I don't know. I went into first person as well. I guess it's part of the engine off. Why is the engine off? Engine on.
Why is your engine off?
I don't know. Yours will hopefully go off in a minute as well. Oh my god.
Oh, it's like scale
Gone back to third person. This is mental. Engine's off again.
Okay. I was wrong.
I just lost a spoiler.
Spoilers. I
Nice.
don't like.
Long grass. Keep out of the long grass. You're very close to me
My
now.
choice was
You're very close to me. You were all like, "Oh, I'm never gonna do it."
Steer.
Here we go. Go, go, go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I've pressed brake. I didn't need to.
Oh, I've hit the wall. I didn't.
Oh, that's hard. That is a difficult bit to navigate. Here we go. Come on, we've got to stick the landing. Stick the landing.
Better in this bit
I've not
than
stuck
I
the
am.
landing. You've gone ahead. No, you haven't.
Oh my god!
You've also done the same thing that I did. This time, boom. Like Spider-Man.
God. I am also
PS4.
just done it, so I've got one more chance. Come on, and I did seem to. I was quicker through here than you were. I don't know why.
Maybe it's the first personness. Engine off again.
Oh, come on.
What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but
Oh,
I
yes!
can't believe it.
Yes! Here he comes.
Oh, I've hit stuff.
I've hit stuff.
My engine's
oh
off.
no! I've
Yes.
hit massive stuff!
Oh, come on. Come on.
My thing now is as soon as I hit stuff, I'm
You had the engine on sooner than I did. Because you were further ahead. Go, 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 go,
Why?
go, go!
Why?
Go! Come on! Oh, it's only lap 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Oh, no.
I'm not so worried. Oh yeah,
Why?
we're ghosts. Ghosts.
Stop!
What?
It!
Ah! Everyone,
Oh my God.
Everyone hold our breath.
Oh my god! We
Yes,
both made it.
we've both made it.
And this is a bit I beat you at last time. Come on,
Yes,
Nate.
thanks for bringing that up.
Well, I just want to. I'm reminding myself to be good at it again. That wasn't good. So not good that you're in the lead now.
Come on. Engine off.
Engine off. Why is the engine off?
Oh, that bit is fast. That bit you can
Oh, no, I'm
you
hitting
can
the side.
corner a lot more than you think there.
Oh, you're so far ahead now. How are you on?
Don't give me your mind games. I'm hitting stuff. I'm in the long grass with no engine right now.
So far ahead of me.
He's mind gaming me.
You can hit triangle.
He's mind gaming.
Oh no, I've hit the side.
I always did touch triangle then, just because I was like, I don't know,
I
is
think
it a
you
boost?
deserve this win, but you smashed it on that last race, that last lap.
Let's do another race.
All right then, number 50.
Number 50. You've chosen Canyon Grand Drift.
Hawaii 5-0.
I know that you like a drift, Nath.
Come on.
Come on, blue car.
I thought I was bringing that back. I was a bit sad.
I'm really glad. It's given me a cushion. Okay, right. This is very different, isn't it? Oh, right.
What?
Okay. No,
Dave?
I don't know.
Why?
I've given up,
I'm
which
in
is
the
silly.
sky. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay. It's a ramp. What does it mean? It's like a half pipe. Oh, I've given up as well.
Oh.
Like not a half pipe, like a whole pipe, like a pipe.
It's a pipe. It's a pipe.
You know, like a
corkscrew.
Oh, drift here. Checkpoint.
How have you done it?
You've got to use the arrows. They are flipping unforgiving.
Drift here. What does it mean? Oh,
It
there.
means drift.
It means that. And I'm coming this way.
This way.
Oh my word.
Actor.
No. Where are you?
I'm all right.
Die.
That's a bit strong.
In your car.
Drift here. It says. Okay.
I think you're quite a way ahead of me.
I'm having to use all my faculties right now.
Right.
I'm on lap 2.
Oh mate, you are a long way ahead. Can you calm the heck down?
I can
Come on.
not.
Make the mistake. Make the mistake.
You know I don't respond well to pressure.
Well, you basically got to get that right on the next lap, and then I'm in the onesie. So how about that for some pressure?
Yeah.
No, I've drifted badly. No! Oh
no! I've gone off the edge.
No,
okay,
mate,
carry on.
I got past the corkscrew and I reset onto the track, and it put me at the beginning of the lap.
Oh dear.
So
did you press triangle?
yeah.
Okay.
And that's the end now. There's no way I can get back.
There's always a way.
There's not, man. Unless you fly off about 3 times. It's over.
It's
over.
definitely possible.
Oh no.
How are you going to spend the?
Oh my God! Look, Dave! Oh, he's off the edge! I can't believe it! Oh, I'm looking at your screen while I'm doing it, and it's messed me up. Oh,
you shouldn't do that.
Potentially, I could have. See, I messed up that bit of drift.
Oh, there's some lovely.
My engine's off.
Opportunity for drift. Yeah, because you went over an engine off pad. There are a couple.
Well, that's made it much harder.
Yeah. What's happened?
I mean, this is my race.
This is where you are.
Yeah. You can have a rest.
You did great drifting around here. Why were you going so slowly?
Because my engine was off for ages.
Yeah, my engine's off now. Oh,
but you still won. Well, I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Bye.
Get in the onesie.
It's time for comments of the week.
Well, at least you enjoyed yourself. That's the main thing.
I've taken to. I'm going to put on the onesie in degrees of how much I've enjoyed the game.
Right.
And I think I would really like that game if I spent some time with it. But I did not enjoy that session, I will say.
I don't know what happened to you.
Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
It did go wrong, but never mind.
I thought I was clawing it back.
The main thing is I'm not in the onesie this week.
And then it went away.
Nath, we can't ignore it.
Okay.
It's the elephant in the room. The elephant the size of a god.
Right.
Of War.
Right.
It's God of War release week.
War. It is, yeah.
But there's some controversy from last week we've got to clear up.
The question that I got right that you wouldn't give me in the quiz.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Yes, it is.
Let me explain. I asked a question, which was simply this: who is the first god to grant Kratos magical powers?
I believe it's Ares.
I believe it's Poseidon. I admit I've not played God of War, so I was a bit shaky on this, and you did really well on the other questions. So the comments have come to the rescue.
All right,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's see.
Starting with Kimoy, who says, "Hi guys, it's an easy mistake to make if you've shamefully not played God of War. In the first game, Kratos wasn't a god. He became a god after defeating Ares. Poseidon was the first god to grant Kratos any form of power to use on his quest.
Here we are.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong." So, I mean, by that reading, that suggests that I'm right. Poseidon was the first to grant him any kind of power.
No.
But Multi thinks,
right,
if you count the Blades of Chaos as a form of power, then Ares is the very first to give him one. Poseidon is the second one.
Yeah.
But they're a weapon.
He
Blades
gives
of
him a
chaos.
magical weapon. He gives him they're magical.
They're a weapon. It's a weapon, isn't it?
They're fused into his skin. They're magical. He has to live with them all the time on his arms. And he grants him the ability to defeat all of his enemies.
However,
Okay.
I think the definitive answer we're looking for comes from Oscar.
I just gave it.
From Oscar, not you.
Okay, Oscar.
Oscar. Who says, question 2
Bring
could
it.
go either way. Timeline-wise,
Come on.
Ares is the first god to give Kratos power.
There we go.
However, during gameplay, Poseidon teaches Kratos his first magic ability.
This is my unimpressed face.
Look, I've
spent a lot of
decided
time on this.
it was a stupid, vague question,
Right.
and that I had no right to ask it since
So
I
I
didn't
get 2
know the
points.
answer.
I get 2 points.
So I'm officially rescinding last week's result. You got 5 out of 5.
Hey.
Everyone's so proud of you. And I wrote this script with that bit, and I didn't know you were going to react in this way, and I'm regretting my decision. Yeah, sure, lots of fun. So yes, I think I still don't entirely know the answer. It seems like maybe, if you play God of War Ascension, they're like, oh, do you mean the saga, or do you mean in that one game?
I knew. Anyway, come on.
We're moving on.
Let's move on.
I said that we were gonna talk about God of War. You've been playing it famously.
Yep.
I've mentioned this before.
You seem fine about it.
I'm still very angry about it. But since I asked you some stupid questions this week that you couldn't answer because they were vague and silly,
Right.
I thought that I would ask you some very quick
All right.
questions about God of War this week.
Okay, the new God of War.
New God of War.
Right.
We're not talking story or spoilers. This is purely gameplay
freak
stuff
out.
that
Don't freak
people have
out.
asked.
Okay.
It's going to be quick fire, Nath. I just want I know that you're making a video about this in a bit more detail.
Well, I am, yeah.
So that might already be on the channel, or it's coming up soon,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
But these are just going to be quick fire, so just like yes or no answers or something,
Let's
if you
do it.
can.
Okay, let's do it.
As quick as we can. We've got 10. Here we go. Can you turn off the health bars of the monsters?
Yes.
Is there a new game plus mode?
No.
Can I change the difficulty mid-game?
Yes. So, with an exception.
Do you want? You can tell us what that is.
If you go on the hardest difficulty, you can't.
Okay. How many realms are there?
9.
Do you need to have played the previous games to understand this one?
No.
Do the bosses get really big like previous God of War's big?
Yes.
Do you have to escort/babysit Atreus?
No.
Do enemies respawn so you can farm materials and XP?
No.
It doesn't look like your health regens automatically. How do you get health back?
You pick up green things.
Does Atreus have his own XP to spend, or does he share it with Kratos?
Shared. Good questions, though.
Bosh.
Good questions.
We're through.
I would advise people to go to because some of those exact comments are going to be answered in fuller detail in this other video. So if you're interested, take a look. Similarly, no spoilers, but there are a couple of kind of expanded answers that I would have given if we hadn't been going through so quickly. So go and check out
So
that
it's
video.
worth watching the other video too.
Brilliant.
I'm glad. Now, Nath, the reason you've been playing in the office, God
Yeah.
of War, and I've been
like
having to
work.
listen to it is because
I
Holly's
had
been
fun
off
time.
to Norway
Yeah.
to actually be God of War.
Yeah.
She took Dan with her, and as such was able to make this video.
Now, anyone who follows me on social media might have seen that I was in Norway recently for God of War. Now, we were taken to the most beautiful Norse village to try and experience what it would have been like living back then. Yeah, it looks pretty violent, doesn't it? Maybe that's what they intended. And here I am using a bow and arrow. Now, I did a little bit of this with Horizon Zero Dawn, which is why I'm not too bad, but it's not really a natural talent. I tried learning runes as well. Turns out the double L in my name makes it a magic spell, but I suppose I knew I was pretty magical. We went out on a traditional longboat. The rowing was actually really tough, but there were some of the most beautiful views. The water was crystal clear and the mist on the mountains. It was totally cold and snowing, but worth it. We tried some blacksmithing. This guy's far too happy considering how hard it is to work those bellows. I'm only smiling because the camera's on me and I don't want to seem miserable. I had to go actually trying to shape the axe myself. It's really cool, but actually really, really difficult. So I'll probably just buy an axe in the future. We also met up with a family. These families live here. They're not actors. This is their home. And they teach me how to break some traditional style breads. You'll be unsurprised to learn that I did burn it slightly. I'm not the best cook in the world, but you added some fresh honey and some of this goat's cheese that was like an 18th century recipe, and it was super, super delicious. I was really, really hungry, and I'm so glad to be next to the fire considering how cold it is. It was absolutely freezing. I even tried my hand learning some of the traditional music. This lady's incredibly talented. Turns out I'm not. And actually David Jackson has the most rhythm out of everybody on Access, but that's not a shock. I also tried my hand at axe throwing. Tried my hand at axe throwing. See, look, I'm amazing. I'm basically the next God of War. I mean, that's not a shock to anyone.
I got to be honest, if Holly's the next God of War, I'm not playing that one.
No.
Did you see the axe throwing?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times? 5? Something like that.
Maybe the next God of War.
Having said that, I've seen your aim with the real God of War, and the axe throwing's not your strong suit.
Whoa!
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
I mean, maybe if you played the game, you'd understand it was very difficult.
Yes, well, hopefully I'll know about that soon. So comments of the week this week. I just wanted to pick up on a few people getting excited. We were talking last week about events people have missed for playing, for gaming.
Yes.
That got people talking about games this year that they have already booked off from work.
Blocking out time. All right, I like that.
Starting with Harkness, who says, well, I've given everyone 5 months notice I won't be around and not to bother me. I'm not going to work for the few days off for the release of Spider-Man.
Nice.
PS4. That's definitely got to be one of the top. We need to do like a poll, I think, of like which games are people taking...
Excitometer.
Yeah, which ones are people actually taking time off work? I wonder if a game has ever affected an industry.
I think famously people, well, no, maybe I'm thinking of the World Cup. They were just
That's a game of football.
Let's everyone leave the office. Yeah.
Yeah, well that definitely happens. I remember that happening at school.
Yeah.
Like let's just watch
Everyone's
football
just
now.
like, so what's going on
in
the football?
It must be hard if you're a teacher not to
Want to watch the football.
Yeah, exactly.
Also want to watch
But you do also have to help the children learn.
Yeah, I know.
It's tricky, and it's all right around exam time as well.
Both important. It's
I
tough.
don't know. Wondering says, I will absolutely be booking a week off when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out.
Oh, fair
as
enough.
soon as the release date's announced, bam, it's booked, even before I pre-order the game.
How many years have you been saying that for, my friend? That game has been a long time coming.
That's right.
He's
but
just had a week of holiday rolling over and over.
It's going to be so sweet booking a week off.
Rob is very excited. That's my only measure of whether.
Holly's very excited.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
They're both very excited. Louise is excited.
Right.
She's excited to be part of the 301 Club. Congratulations.
Okay. Well done.
It lives on. And also, she says the one game that I'm taking time off and putting life on hold for is also my squad goal. I'm 6 trophies away from getting the platinum for Ni no Kuni 2, one of which requires a grind up to level 95 for the last Dreamer's Door. Oh my god. After putting 50 plus hours in already, I have to commit to this and put in whatever it takes, even if I have to pull a sickie on the first day I'm due back into work.
Wow.
So you've actually, you're on your time off right now, doing Ni no Kuni 2.
Rob is similarly lining up that platinum, right? He was talking about it yesterday.
He made the big chat, didn't he? He said, he announced in the office the other day, he's going for the platinum, which I don't often hear in the office.
No, he doesn't, and he did the Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
He said he was going to do it, and he did it. So.
It's a big time sink, that one. And I think Rob, he's been over-leveled throughout, and he says he's just dipped below now. This will be the test, if he can power through.
Whether he can be bothered.
Whether he can be bothered. And also, God of War's coming out very soon. It's going to take a knock.
So many good games.
But he said it, you heard it here first. So, and lastly, Oily, which is a name I just simply love. I might have to make my friends' family work aware that when the Spyro Reignited trilogy comes out, that I will need to set aside some alone time to play it. Initially I thought a week, but since I've played Spyro so many times in my life, if I had enough coffee, I reckon I could knock the whole thing out in 24 hours.
That's great, man.
Which sounds like you should stream that. That sounds like, a challenge that you should set yourself.
Have you seen when they run the trailers for that the new Spyro? They say Spyro's scaled up.
I have seen that.
Scaled.
That person,
like a lizard or a dragon.
That person's on a beach somewhere now.
I know.
Just living the good life.
No, they've retired off that.
There's no more work to be done.
No, it's done.
What's weird, Nath, is that we never get to take any time off for games, do we? Or
no.
Not really.
No, it's weird. No,
in fact, it's worth. I mean, you kind of have taken time off, but you've been in the office.
But I've also been working and trying to capture the game and then make videos about it.
If you can consider it work.
I mean, it is hard. It's a hard life. In a way, it's harder for me than anyone.
What?
Yeah.
So all that's left to talk about this week is what's coming up this week. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more God of War videos on the channel.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, there will be.
I mean, you were just saying how hard you've been working.
The rest of the stuff that we were going to be putting out, but we'll have at least one more.
And we've got a Tuesday checklist tomorrow, which is something along the lines of the worst crimes we've committed in games, in the name of games.
Yeah.
We should stress these are in-game crimes, because I made that sound like maybe,
We've stolen things.
But we haven't. Not in this video, anyway.
No.
And Rob is working on his Friday feature even as we speak, as always. So there's plenty coming up this week. Loads to stay with us. Although I do feel like probably the numbers are going to drop off on Friday. Once God of War's come out. Yeah, there's a frenzy at the moment, an absolute frenzy in the air. People
It's great
desperate.
when there's a big game, and when a big game, it lives up to all the expectation, which God of War so far has been doing.
I think this is, for me personally, it's overshot my expectations.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
You're in a whole different land. I don't even know what that means.
I'm in a whole different level. Yeah.
Because I was really enjoying the game I played before this. This is the only video that I may have already said this, but I was playing the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, catching up with it finally, and it's actually structured quite similarly to God of War. So I loved it. So when I started playing God of War, I was still kind of missing being really powerful Lara at the end of Tomb Raider.
Right.
But in the last, I know it's funny, but when you play God of War, like you and I played the first kind of 2 hours, and then I had to replay those first 2 hours. I know, woe is me, I had to replay those first 2 hours, and then I did have to fit it around work, and then sometimes I had to capture certain bits. So you are putting a bit of a weird structure on it, and then in the last, 2, 3, 4 hours that I've been playing it, it got really good, Dave, and all I want to do is play.
Yeah, I've been wondering how much of the playing that's been going on is for work now, and how much I better do one more mission for work purposes. I would say there was 20
minutes after lunch, which had nothing to do with anything.
I knew it.
But
on that bombshell. Thank you for watching this week.
It's really good.
Thank you for watching this week. Please do write all your comments of support for poor Nathan, who's had to play God of War relentlessly this past week. Let us know if you're looking forward to it, and we will see you next time.